So I'm just going to do a video about dog cycle when a dog's on heat. And for a lot of people that don't understand a dog cycle, I just want to briefly go through what my dog's heat cycle is like. So her first day, she would be on her bleeding cycle. So her cycle would consist of bleeding all the way to day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On her 8th day, it starts to go like a watery, pinkish colour, like a salmon colour. So when your dog's heat cycle turns to like a salmony colour, that is probably the most fertile time for her to breed. So some dogs can be as early as the 4th day, but with my breed, she's a pug and hers is at the day 8. I normally, so that's day 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I would say between day 8 and 15 would be, this time would be her most fertile time. If you don't take your dog for a blood test, I've never took my dog for a blood test, and she got pregnant because I bred her on day 11 and 13. So they do say the best days to breed a dog is day 11 and 13 or 10 and 12. So I took my dog on day 11 for artificial insemination, and then I took her for an AI on day 13 as well. So these 2 days are the days I took her. If you do want to breed your dog and you do see the watery pinkish colour from day 8, you can also breed her on day 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I wouldn't leave it as late as day 15, especially in a smaller dog, toy dog, because I think with toy breeds, they seem to come on there. They are quite fertile quite early from my understanding. So day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it would be normal bleeding. Then from day 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, that would be a watery pinky colour, so you would be able to take her to breed on them days. And then on day 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So my dog normally finishes her finished heat by day 21, so she's got no bleeding left at all. Bear in mind, if she does get bred, she would have a little bit of bleeding. She might have extra bleeding, just if it was definitely done in the natural way. She should bleed afterwards. I know that from experience because of the last time, but obviously with this time, I've done artificial insemination, so she didn't really bleed as much. So by day 21, her heat cycle will be finished. So when you're trying to work out if your dog is pregnant, you would go by the first breeding. So you would count from day 11. So my dog is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. She's actually 15 days today. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So she's day 25. She's 25 days from the whole heating, but she's actually 15 days. So day 1, she bled, had a heat cycle. This is the bit where she was bred, and then you would count from the day that she was bred. So count however many days. So right now my dog is 15 days. So if she is pregnant, she would be 15 days. So that's what we're counting. So in another 15 days time, she will be 30 days. So 29 and then 28. You can actually get your dog scanned, so they can have a scan at the clinic or a vet. So they can have a scan around day 28, 9:30 to determine if she's pregnant, which will obviously show on a scan whether your dog is pregnant or not. So that is the time period that you would take your dog. So day 30, that's the day I would take my dog anyway. So hopefully you do understand the heat cycle and what it's about. The vulva does go quite big around, actually in fact the vulva can go big from day one. I noticed my dog's vulva was quite big, and then all the way, and then once they've been bred, the vulva can shrink back to a normal size, and then if they're pregnant, that her vagina area would go big again when it's nearer to giving birth. So from the day that she was inseminated, I think we saw a change in her on day 11. So from the day she was inseminated, day 11, we saw a change in her eating, you know, and all the early signs of pregnancy. So hopefully she is pregnant, but if there's any questions, just let me know. We'll be happy to answer them. Just thought I'd do a quick video on it, and hopefully some of you've got an more understanding of what the heat cycle you know, means, and how your dog can get pregnant. And always remember, your dog can only get pregnant on the most fertile day. So if you do want to get her a progesterone test done, you can get that done, a blood test that will just show how fertile she is. So some people, they don't just, if you know your dog well, you can just go ahead and do it. But if you're not sure and you definitely want your dog to have puppies, then you would obviously, to be certain, get a blood test done. So you could probably get a blood test done on day 8 or 9 and then get her bred on the rest of the days. But obviously between day 8 and 15, I would say, is the most time that you would want to get your dog bred for her to have a successful pregnancy. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll do another update of my dog. Thanks, bye.